Welcome to another session of Statistics and Probability. This is your teacher, John Glenn S. Almario. Today we will be discussing solving problems involving sample distribution of sample means. After going through this lesson, you are expected to solve problems involving sampling distribution of sample means. Now, let us recall some of the terms before we start. What is a z-score? A z-score is a measure of relative standing. How about central limit theorem? Alam natin sa central limit theorem ay as the population n becomes larger, the sampling distribution of the mean approaches normal distribution regardless of the shape of the population distribution. Kuha? Okay, good. Now, for lesson proper, here is the formula for the getting the z-score. Again, with the samples. Where x bar is our sample mean, mu is our population mean, sigma is our population standard deviation, and n is the sample size. So how do we apply this? For example, the average time it takes a group of college students to complete a certain examination is 46.2 minutes. The standard deviation is 8 minutes. Assume that the variable is normally distributed. Here are the 4 questions. What is the probability that a randomly selected college student will complete the examination in less than 43 minutes? Then, if 50 randomly selected college students take the examination, what is the probability that the mean time it takes the group to complete the test will be less than 43 minutes? Next, does it seem reasonable that a college student would finish the examination in less than 43 minutes based on the data? Next, does it seem reasonable that the mean of the 50 college students could be less than 43 minutes based on the data? Okay. So, dito, meron daw exam at ang average time daw ng mga college students para ma-finish yung exam na yon ay 46.2 minutes. According to the data obtained, ang standard deviation na na-compute ay 8 minutes. So, inassume nila na normally distributed yung population. Okay, so ang hinahanap dito, unang-una ay yung probability. So how do we compute for the probability at this situation? Okay, so ano-ano ang step? So step 1, we identify the given information. So as ano-ano ba yung given? We have the mean which is 46.2 minutes. Sir, wala naman dyan yung word na mean. Pero nandito yung word na average. So, take note. Basahing mabuti yung problem. Okay? Next. Ano pa ang given? Standard deviation, sir. Ayan, nakangiti. Ilan? 8. Very good. Meron pa bang given? Parang meron pa, sir. Ayun. Yung 43 minutes. Ano yung 43 minutes na yan? Iyan yung ating measurement or the x. Kuha? Meron pa ba? Wala na. So, nakuha na natin lahat ng given. Next, we identify what is being asked for. Ano bang hinahanap dito? Yung, very good, the probability that a randomly selected college student will finish the exam in less than 43 minutes. So, yan yung probability. Next, we identify the formula to be used. Alam natin, kapag probability ang hinahanap, we must first obtain the z-score. And we have 2 formula. Ito yung unang formula, yung ginagamit natin before, at ngayon yung may sample. Tanong, alin kaya dito sa dalawa yung dapat natin gamitin? Ang gagamitin natin dito ay yung una. Bakit? Kasi wala ka pang n or wala ka pang number of samples. So, eto muna. Okay? Once na ma-identify na natin yung formula, the next step that we do is to solve for the z-score. Again, ito yung ating formula. Z is equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. Ang next step natin, isa-substitute na lang natin yung mga given. 43 minus 46.2 divided by 8. Kuha kayo ng calculator. And the result is very good. Negative 0.4. Sir, ngayong may z-score na tayo, ano na next step? Since sinahanap natin is probability, the next thing we do is to identify the area under the normal curve. So for this one, we need to draw the normal curve. Next, hahanapin natin dito sa normal curve yung negative 0.4. So ito, nilabelan ko sa baba, negative 1, 0, 1. So nasan ba yung negative 0.4? Nasa pagitan ng very good. 0 at negative 1. So, guguhitan natin yan at isi-shade natin. Alin ang isi-shade nating portion? Above or below? Ang isi-shade na natin ay below. Bakit? Kasi, ayon dito sa condition, less than 43 means. So, anything that is less than 0.4. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Once na ma-shade na natin yan, alam na natin yung i-identify nating area. So, we just now solve for this area. Paano yun, sir? We now solve the area by analyzing it. Since yung data natin or yung shaded area ay, it does not overlap the mean, therefore, we subtract what? We subtract the area of 0.5. We subtract the area, what? Isusubtract natin yung area ng 0.4 mula sa 0.5. Ayan, very good. At ang area ng 0.4 base sa z-table ay 0.1554. Pag sinubtract natin to from 0.5, we will obtain what? 0.3446 or 34.46. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Ibig sabihin, yan yung probability na mula to sa mga college students, pag namili ako ng isa, ang may chance na matapos ngayong exam in less than 43 minutes. Pag kumuha ko, I have a 34.46% chance na yung nakuha kong or napili nating student ay nakatapos ng exam in less than 43 minutes. Nakuha ba? Yan na yung ating first problem. Yan ay answer. So, ano naman yung next? If 50 randomly selected college students took the examination, what is the probability that the mean time it takes the group to complete the test will be less than 43 minutes? So, ngayon naman, kung kanina, wala tayong samples, ngayon, meron na tayong samples. Ilan yung samples natin? Sabi dito, 50. So, 50 ngayon yung kukunin ko. Ngayon, mula doon sa 50, ano yung chance na yung isang student na lahat sila makatapos within 43 minutes. Iyon yung ibig sabihin ng problem na to. So, to solve for this, we need first to identify the given. So, again, same mean, which is 46.2, and using the same standard deviation, which is 8 minutes. Ilang minutes daw? Sabi, 43. Ngayon, meron bang iba pang given? Nadagdagan siya ng ng number of samples, which is 50. Okay, good. Meron pa ba? Wala na. So, ano na next natin? Ang next natin is we identify what is being asked for. Again, ano bang hinahanap? Yung probability na yung lahat ng 50 samples students na nakuha natin ay mapifinish yung exam in less than 43 minutes. Okay, good. Next, we identify the formula to be used. So again, we have two formulas. Kung kanina, ito yung ginamit natin, yung formula 1, dahil wala pa tayong number of samples. Ngayon naman, yung formula 2 naman yung gagamitin natin. Bakit? Kasi meron na tayong number of samples na pinagbabasihan. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Next. Next step, we solve the problem. Let us find the z-score. We use the formula, then we substitute the given. So, compute nga natin using our calculators. Anong makukuha nating sagot? Ang nakuha nating sagot ay negative 2.83. Okay. Once na may z-score na tayo, we now what? We identify the area under the normal curve. So, again, magdodrawing tayo ng normal curve with the labels. Labels 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Now, saan dito ang location ni negative 2.83? It is somewhere between negative 3 and negative 2. So, sa pagitan yan. So, ibig sabihin, mag-shade lang ako dyan, below. Or, bakit below? Kasi less than. Mula negative 2.83 pababa or to the left. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, yan lang yung area na hinahanap natin. At paano natin kukumpitin yung area na yan? Based on the illustration, again, the shaded area does not overlap the mean. Therefore, very good, we subtract. We subtract the area of 2.83 from 0.5. Very good. Here is the solution. Ayan. Ang area ng 2.83 based sa z-table ay 0.4977. So, isusubtract natin yung sa 0.5. Ano matitira? 0.0023 or 0.23%. So, ibig sabihin, yung 50 students na makukuha ko or mapipili natin, ang chance na ma-finish nila nung 50 na yon yung exam in less than 43 minutes ay wala pang 1%. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Now, does it seem reasonable that a college student would finish the examination in less than 43 minutes? Again, our probability is 34.46. So, it may be low, but what? It has a chance. Bakit? 34.46 is not that high, pero it still has a chance. Ibig sabihin, out of 100, may 34 ka. Or roughly around 35. How about this? Does it seem reasonable that the mean of the 50 college students could be less than 43 minutes? So, yun daw bang napili nating 50 college students, matapos kaya nila yung exam with, in less than 43 minutes? Ang chance natin dito, ang probability na na-compute natin ay 0.23. So, ano kaya? The answer is no. Bakit? 0.23%. So, less than 1% as compared to 34.46. Di hamak na mas malaki yung 34.46 sa 0.23. And again, wala pang 1%. Meaning, it's possible pero there's a chance pero napakaliit ng chance. Pero hindi siya reasonable. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Okay, let's have a recap of what we have just learned. What are the steps in solving problems involving sampling distribution of sample means? First, what? We identify the given information. Then, what is being asked? Then, we identify the formula to be used. We solve the problem, we find the z-score, then we identify the area under the normal curve. So, nakuha ba? Ito yung 5 steps, okay? So, ngayon, magka-practice na tayo.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay. So, here's our practice problem. The average number of milligrams of cholesterol in a cup of a certain brand of ice cream is 660 milligrams and the standard deviation is 35 milligrams. Assume that the variable is normally distributed. If a cup of ice cream is selected, what is the probability that the cholesterol content will be more than 670 milligrams? Then, if a sample of 10 cups of ice cream is selected, what is the probability that the mean of the sample will be larger than 670 milligrams? Okay? So, again, sundin lang natin yung steps mula doon sa napag-aralan natin kanina. I trust you guys. Kayang-kaya nyo to. Check natin mamaya kung tama yung sagot nyo. Good luck.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, we're back. So, check natin kung tama yung sagot nyo. Okay? So, sige, check natin. Unang tanong, if a cup of ice cream is selected, what is the probability that the cholesterol content will be more than 670 milligrams? So, ano yung unang step? We identify the given. So, ang mean natin, base rito, average number is 660. So, pangalawa, standard deviation is 35. Then, next we have 670. Ano yung 670? Yun yung ating measurement. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Next, we're gonna be we're asked for the probability that the cholesterol content will be more than 670 milligrams. Kaya siya greater than. Kuha? Okay, good. Next, we use the formula. Since wala pa tayong sample size, eto muna yung gagamitin natin. Meron na tayong measurement, meron na tayong mean, meron na tayong standard deviation. So, all we have to do is to substitute those values. So, pag kinumpit nyo to, equal to sa 0.29. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Once na may z-score na tayo, ang next step na gagawin natin ay, what? We identify the area. So, again, let's mag-draw tayo ng normal curve. Ang 0.29 ay nasa pagitan ng, very good, 0 at positive 1. So, ano lang tayo? Estimate lang tayo. So, dito tayo. Yung 0.29, somewhere along here. Mag-draw tayo ng line. Then, i-shade natin yung papunta sa positive. Bakit papunta positive? Kasi, ang condition ay more than. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Next. Ngayong nakuha na natin to, all you have to do now is to solve this area. Paano natin siya isosolve? Again, analysis. Since itong shaded area does not overlap the mean, it means magsusubtract tayo sa, isusubtract natin yung area ng 0.29 sa 0.5. Very good. So, by doing so, we subtract, area ng 0.29 is 0.1141. Let's subtract that from 0.5 and we will obtain what? 0.3859 or 38.59%. Meaning to say, the probability that the cholesterol content would be more than 670 milligrams is 38.59%. Kuha ba? Okay, good. Next problem. If a sample of 10 cups of ice cream is selected, what is the probability that the mean of the sample will be larger than 670 milligrams? Okay, so kung kanina wala tayong sample size, ngayon naman magkakaroon tayo ng sample size. Again, using the same given, mean of 660, standard deviation of 35, a measurement of 670. Ngayon naman, ano yung sample size natin? Sample size natin ay 10. Okay? Very good. So, ano ngayon ang hinahanap naman dito? Ang hinahanap ay yung probability na yung sampung ito ay may cholesterol content na greater than 670 milligrams. Kaya, ayan. Next step, what do? We solve for the z-score. Ayan. Since meron na tayo ng mga given na to, all we have to do is to substitute. Ayan. By applying the formula, solving it, we will obtain a z-score of 0.9. Ayan. Next, hahanapin natin ito. 0.9. Nasa ba yung 0.9? Again, halos, what? Halos, nasa gitna lang rin ng 0 at 1. So, parang kanina lang. Kaya lang ito, mas malapit sa 1. All we have to do now is to get the area of the shaded one. Again, the shaded area. Again, greater than, kaya papunta sa right yung shade natin. At ano yung area ng 0.9 from the z-table? Very good. Area ng 0.9 sa z-table ay 0.3159. I-minus lang natin ito sa 0.5. Ang makukuha nating sagot ay 0.1481 or 18.41%. Mas mababa as compared from earlier. Bakit? Kasi may kinonsider na tayong sample size. Kuha ba? Okay, very good. Thanks for watching my video lesson. Again, this is John Linus Almario saying, remember, trust the process. Bye guys. See you soon.